Hello and welcome to a new video and a new ship tour, and today we're taking a look at a river cruise ship at the Excellence Empress of the Swiss cruise company Reisebüro Mittelthurgau. And as always, we are starting with some technical information about the ship. This ship was built in the year 2020. It is 135 meters long and 11.45 meters wide, and it can take up to 178 guests on board. It is one of the most sustainable river cruise ships. As it is pretty new, it of course has state-of-the-art environmental technology on board to make sure that it is as sustainable as possible in the moment. We are starting our tour on the lowest deck, deck 1. The aft we have the engine and the crew cabins, and then we have the cheapest cabins on board. These cabins do have smaller windows at the top and you cannot open them. This is because this deck is partly below the waterline, which is standard on river cruise ships. Here in the front we have the small spa and wellness area with the gym. Mostly it is a gym, as you can see here, and you can also see the small windows. It's the same like in the cabin. And here we have a small shower and a sauna. And due to your feedback to my recent video about the Celestial Olympia, where I had to add pictures to replace some lost data, I decided to add pictures in this video as well, as I had very positive feedback about the inclusion of pictures, and so I decided to add pictures here in the ship tour as well. In this case, obviously not replacing, but complementing the ship tour. Now we've seen everything on the lowest deck, and that means that we can get up one deck, and from here we are going half a deck down again to go to the main restaurant on board, the Excellence restaurant, and here we can see it. It is a very beautiful restaurant. Just like the rest of the ship, it has a very beautiful and nice design with very nice colors. There's also a lot of space, and it's in general just a very beautiful restaurant. We are now taking the elevator half a deck up, and now we are on deck number 2. Here on deck number 2, and here we can see the shop with a few souvenirs, a bit of jewelry. And if you want to buy something from the shop, you can just go to the reception, and there you can buy everything from this shop. And we can very nice design ship, more colors, white, black, with a very strong contrast between the colors white, black and yellow and orange. For me personally, this is one of the most beautiful ships I've ever seen. I really love the style and the design of this ship, and I do personally really love this style of this ship. We're on deck 2 now in the cabin hallway, and all of the cabins here do have a French balcony, and that means that you can open the window on the full height, but you cannot step out. So there's no actual balcony, but you can open the whole window. And that is of course due to the limited space on river ships, as a proper balcony would take away that space from the cabin size. We are meanwhile in the second restaurant on board. This is the specialty restaurant called Restaurant Vernis, located at the aft of the ship with these wonderful panoramic windows. So my recommendation is going there when the ship is sailing, and then you can really enjoy the nice panoramic view. Here we can see some more pictures of this restaurant, which is usually open for lunch and dinner, and you can make your reservation at the reception. You have an open show kitchen, so you can see what the chefs are doing, and also, as I said, you have these wonderful panoramic windows with this amazing view. So this is a very beautiful restaurant. The second restaurant on board, Restaurant Vernis. And we are now heading back to the front of the ship. There would be an access to the Sundeck from here as well, but we will end our ship tour on the Sundeck, and that's why we are continuing our ship tour now on deck 3. And here we have another cabin hallway with only cabins with French balconies. In the next video we will see a bit more about the life on board, and there we will also take a look at one of those cabins here on deck 3. And we are back in the atrium area close to the reception. Here we have the cruise director's desk and a small library and seating area with a small choice of books that you could either read here or of course also take with you to your cabin or to the panoramic lounge that we will see in a second. So as you can see, there are not a lot of books, but a small selection is available. And as I said, on the other side is the cruise director's office, so if you have any questions regarding excursions or the ship, this is your place to go. And for all other questions, you can head half a deck down to the reception that we can see here, and of course there the kind crew will take care of all of your questions. Also, the reception area is very bright and welcoming with this lovely art and light installation on the ceiling, and from there we could access the Sundeck again, but we are continuing to the heart of the ship, which is the panoramic lounge in the front. Here we can see the lovely bar and of course the lounge itself with these big panoramic windows. The design, in my opinion, is wonderful. We have an open glass roof that can even be closed if there's too much sun coming inside to not overheat the lounge. So it's a very well designed ship, and I also like the furniture and the design. That's absolutely my personal taste, so I really love this ship. We have these nice blue couches that are very comfortable, and the colors match very well. It's a nice and warm and welcoming atmosphere. And here we can see how it looks in the evening. So also in the evening it has a very nice ambient lighting. The colors work very well, so it is a very nice place to be. I really enjoy being in this lounge. So here on the left side we also have a dance floor, and now we can head to the front of the panoramic lounge, and there we have yet another restaurant. So it is quite common nowadays for ships to have 2 restaurants, but 3 restaurants on a river cruise ship, that is something special. And here we have a small sushi bar, so here you can eat sushi if you don't want to go to the main restaurant or to the restaurant Venice. You could also go here to enjoy some sushi. And also here you can enjoy this wonderful panoramic view through the big windows over the ship's bow. Here we can see the sushi bar one more time. And also we have big tables, so even if you want to work on a laptop or you want to play some games, this is also possible here. And here we have some more pictures of the sushi bar and the lounge area in the front. We also have this display case here, which is used for cake in the afternoon in self-service. And here we can see the nice panorama area in the front of the lounge again. And now we can leave the lounge here on the side, because we also have an outdoor area at the front of the ship. It's designed a bit like a French cafe, also wind and rain covered. And here you can enjoy wonderful view over the ship's bow that we can see here also in the picture. This is the view you have, and yeah, here you can sit down. If weather is not perfect, if it's a bit windy or if it's maybe raining, you could still go here as it is a covered area. And now we're heading to the last deck of the ship, and this is the Sundeck. Therefore we are heading up these stairs, and at the front the Sundeck is half a deck lower. And this is because of some certain sailing areas like the Main-Danube Canal, where you have very low bridges, and then this part at the front can stay open, and the part at the aft, which is slightly higher, needs to be closed. Here in the front you can have very comfortable furniture because it always can stay as it is, and we also have another bar here at the top. And now we're going to the aft of the ship. Here on the left side we have the glass roof of the panorama lounge, and here we have the bridge, the wheelhouse. And as you can see, you can lower the wheelhouse, and here you can see the stairs up to the upper part of the Sundeck, and from here everything can be folded down to the height of the floor, and then you have just a few centimeters between the ship and the bridge. And that's why the furniture is a bit different here, because everything you can see here is foldable. Also the sunshades are foldable, so everything can be lowered. It's done very nicely with the plants. If everything needs to be lowered, you have to carry away the plants to the front of the ship, so that's why most ships don't have plants here. But here they go the extra mile to have these nice plants, even though it's a bit more work. And now we're almost at the end of our ship tour, but as always we will end our ship tour with a small highlight. You may know from other river cruise ships that there is a very small bathtub at the aft of the ship, but here we have a proper pool. It's still not big enough for a proper swim, but it is much bigger than on 95% of all other river cruise ships, so this is also very nice. And with this highlight it's time to end our ship tour, because we have seen all public areas of the wonderful Excellence Empress. I hope you enjoyed this ship tour. As I said, in the next video you will learn a bit more about the cabins and the life on board. And here you can see when this video will be uploaded and the name of the song. As always, I'd like to say thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please consider to comment, like, subscribe or share the video link, and I hope to see you in my next video.